Hi guys, how's it going this morning?
It's going pretty good.
Excellent.
Excellent. Good to hear. Well, listen, I have to tell you, I've watched a few episodes of this. I've had the opportunity to get some preview, and OMG, oh my God, this show is like Ninja Warrior, not on steroids, on wheels. What was your the first reaction, Aaron? Let's just start with you. When you were told about this competition and how excited you must have been for it.
Yeah, I was really excited. I'm like very open-minded anyways. So when I was asked about it, I was just like, yes. You know, they're like, American Ninja Warrior. It's a competition or a competition-based format, meets like Fast and the Furious. And I was just like, yes. And like, oh, well, you want us to tell you about it? And I was like, I'm in. Whatever it is, like with my car and me, cool.
And Brittany, what about you? Listen, I'm excited that there's females in this competition, so this has got to be super cool for you.
It is super duper cool. I was actually reached out to 2 years before production even started on the show, and it was crazy because at the time they couldn't tell me anything. They couldn't mention any of the course obstacles. They couldn't really mention even Netflix. They couldn't mention anything, and so it was kind of like, is this real life? Is it really happening? Luckily, me and my husband are very much kind of just opportunity seizers. And we're like, well, worst case, we take our car up to New York and we get mugged. Best case, it's the raddest thing we've ever done in our whole life. And it turned out it was the coolest thing we've ever done.
Yeah, I can just imagine now. So let's set it up because obviously this is a brand new show. Give us a little synopsis as to what it's all about.
What the show is all about? Sorry about that. So I guess you could say, so it is about, Fast and Furious meets American Ninja Warrior, competition-based format. You have 28 people from all around the world coming to one location to showcase what they can do behind the cars that most of us built with our own hands, sometimes with our own teams and everything.
Tears.
Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears.
And that's kind of the thing that I don't think a lot of people realize for this show, because we've had people ask us what cars did they let you drive? No, we had to bring our own vehicles to compete in, our own pride and joys, the cars that we've worked on for, in some cases, almost a decade.
Yeah.
And we had to pit them up against this kind of unknown, which was not just the other competitors, but this course. These are obstacles that no race car driver has ever had to attempt in the history of ever, some of these obstacles. And we didn't really even get practice on some of them. It was just kind of like, green light, give it your best shot.
Wow. Are you guys do you have to be completely fearless to do this? I don't understand how you, and not only that, like you say, you're taking your own cars. Are you worried about crashing? And it's craziness.
Yeah, that part played a big part of every time you left the line. We were talking about it earlier, you try to push as hard as you can, but the biggest worry for myself was wrecking my car and not being able to move forward.
Yeah.
So there's just so many different layers of the challenge, and it being a competition and you wanting to do well, you had to balance all those things perfectly in order to make the next level,
I mean, and then on top of that, you have these 28 different drivers from around the world who come from all these different walks of life, all these different motorsports, and they have all these different skill levels. And in the show, you get to see all the different challenges we all have to face as individuals, both with ourselves personally, as far as getting behind the wheel as a driver, and then also with our cars, because all of our cars are built for something specific, and they all had advantages, but all of them had disadvantages as well.
Right.
Yeah, no, it is really cool because I like that aspect to it as well, that we get to know and get to know a little bit about you guys as well, which is really important. Of course, one of the the executive producer of this show is Charlize Theron, which is phenomenal. I mean, she obviously was in Fast and the Furious and will be in the next one as well. How hands-on was she, and did you guys get to hang with her at all?
So honestly, leading up to this, I had no idea that Charlize Theron was a automotive enthusiast, especially on that type of caliber. And for me personally, it's always amazing to see other women that are really into cars. I love that. And so being able to see her level of excitement when she saw the cars, and even seeing her get into the cars with some of the other competitors, was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to see someone jump into a car that you would question on your own getting into. And, you know, she was just like so passionate about it. She's just like, oh, I'm doing
doing
this.
it.
So that was really cool.
Yeah, I can just imagine. I don't know if you saw her in Mad Max, but holy mackerel. I mean, that girl is fearless, I have to say, for sure. So what, like, at the end of the day, you know, why should people watch this show? I mean, like I said, I have watched a few and I can't wait to watch more of it because it's so exciting, but it just makes my heart pump so hard because I am so scared for you guys.
Well, I mean, I honestly, and it is, I mean, I think every driver has a little bit of nervousness anytime they get behind the wheel because there's always something that can happen, but you can't doubt yourself as a driver for starters. You just can't, because when you start to doubt yourself, that's when you make mistakes. And when you make one mistake, it becomes this domino effect where you start making so many more. But with Hyperdrive, the thing that's so amazing about this show is you don't have to be an automotive enthusiast to absolutely fall in love with it, because you have all these different competitors and you get to follow their stories from starting years ago to where they are now, what they've had to go through to get to where they are, and then you get to follow all the highs and all the super lows as they try to make it through this course.
Yeah, you're gonna watch people defeat challenges that might have been plaguing them on and off the course, if that makes sense, and watch them progress. So like that part right there, to me, it's like,
you find yourself like, do it. Yes, you know, you get so pumped. And then of course, when something happens, you get really, really upset. Like there's going to be tearjerker moments for sure, too.
Oh, absolutely. Well, listen, best of luck to the both of you on this show. People can check it out, obviously, on Netflix. It's so exciting, and what a pleasure to talk with you guys this morning. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate it.